Round number 4. Hearns in gold, Kinchen in red. The NABF super middleweight title at stake. It's held by James Kinchen. Thomas Hearns wanting badly to get back into the world title picture with a big significant fight. Of course, the usual talk about a rematch with Sugar Ray Leonard, depending on events here on Monday night. Right hand lead score, right? Yeah, he's been effective with that.
It's not really a booming right hand because his weight is already shifted, but it's sneaky because you think the left hook is coming.
Low blow from Kinchen again. Having a little bit of trouble with the height, I think, of Hearns, because he's throwing those punches where they land on most guys that he's facing. But that tall Tommy Hearns creates a problem. And he did get a warning, and Mills Lane saying if it happens again, you lose a point.
The overhand right of Kinchen, he saw that Barkley fight. He watched it closely. He's throwing those rights, and occasionally he's landing. And if they don't hurt Hearns now, they could in the future in this bout.
Now Tommy's trying something different. He's waking up a little bit. Fencing with his hands, with both hands, and then throwing those darting punches that he throws.
But Kinchen knocks him down. Kinchen walked right in and threw a right hand that sent Hearns to the canvas.
Left hook, Tim.
Thomas Hearns is still wobbly as Mills Lane looks him over, and we're in the 4th round.
Well, we saw last round he just got tapped and he wobbled a little bit, Tim.
His legs are gone.
Kinchen pouring it on, but he can't get a clean shot so far.
Kinchen better be careful. Hearns is still winging those right hands.
Get an overhand right, sends him back to the ropes, and
Legs are gone, Tim.
Hearns into a shell there, trying to stay
Legs
up.
are gone.
It's the 4th round. That's when Tommy Hearns fades.
Hearns wants to hold on. Mills Lane just not big enough to separate them. So Hearns buys a little rest time there, holding on, but Kinchen wings another right. Hearns doing what he has to do here. Hang on.
Mills Lane could disqualify him if this keeps up. He could easily disqualify Hearns.
He has to talk to him.
He's got it. He's got to
talk to him. He has to talk to Hearns. He hasn't talked to him.
No, he hasn't. He seemed more intent on trying to muscle them apart. The left sends Hearns rocking back again. Kinchen pouring it on, but he can't seem to get a clean shot. Hearns trying to stay close and grab. Again, Lane finally gets him separated. Final seconds of round 4. Hearns trying to get his feet underneath. Dancing a little bit. The end of round 4.
This up together. Look at that. You feel your legs can box you through this round. You want to sit down on it.
Yeah, you thought it was a left hook that sent him to the canvas. There we see Hearns. You can see he's still in difficulty. They're working on him.
Tim, in the 3rd round, I noticed that he just got tapped with an overhand right and started to wobble a little bit. Just can't take a punch.
Let's see here what sends him down. There's the looping right hand. Tremendous shot. And it's the left that sends him down, but I really think it was that right hand that knocked him into knocked him back into the padding, and then the left was just enough to have him drop right there.
And a significant development, a point was taken away as we look at Tommy Hearns go down by Mills Lane for the holding of Tommy Hearns, appropriately so.
They did take one, did they, Alex?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what was already a 10-8 round at least ends up being probably a 10-7 round.
Now Hearns will have to fight with some desperation here in the 5th. He has not been a middle to late rounds fighter in his most recent fights. James Kinchen, the opportunity of a lifetime here, coming in as a substitute 3 weeks after winning this NABF crown from Marvin Mack. To put himself right back into the thick of the world title pictures and some paydays ahead.
Now, Kinchen should not make the mistake of trying to punch too hard. Just keep throwing those combinations. You don't have to hit Tommy too hard. You just have to hit him clean.
So far, Kinchen's patient, trying to find the shots, and Hearns doing a good job of getting himself back together here, using his feet.
Well, that's that experience of the Veteran champion. That's what he is, Tim.
Remember the days when Tommy Hearns could do this over 12 rounds or even close to 15, as he almost pulled off against Leonard when he was hurt. Those days are gone, though.
Kinchen ripped the right hand, just grazed the nose of Hearns. Kinchen stalking well, stalking patiently. Good right hand lead by Hearns.
And Kinchen just laughed at him, Tim. Here's another right hand by Tommy Hearns.
Kinchen lands one of his own to the ear, not a whole lot on it.
Set the pace.
Hearns actually looks better now than he did sitting on the stool between rounds, so he's managed to recover somewhat.
Here we go.
With almost disdain now for Hearns' punching power, just walking right in, looking for the shots he thinks will end this.
Well, that's hitting a bigger, well-conditioned man, Al. Makes a big difference. That's why we have weight divisions in boxing.
Kinchen
A lot of weight divisions.
Too many.
is certainly very patient, very much in control here. Looks quite relaxed to me.
It's been a pretty good round, though, for Tommy Hearns.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Nice form by Kinchen. And Hearns certainly has got himself back very well after the knockdown in round number 4. Movement been a bit of a problem for Kinchen. They're trying to get close again to Hearns. End of round number 5. So how many fights since then?
Only 2.
Round number 6 scheduled for 12.
This is an important round in the fight. Kinchen has to turn it around again.
And that's the way to do it, I think. Ripping left hooks to the body.
And to the right. Got Hearns in trouble again. Another right lands. Overhand rights landing in will. Hearns, good shot by Hearns right at the fight. Wobbling Kinchen trying to get closer, and Hearns throwing uppercuts inside.
Again, it's the pitcher and the catcher.
It's never boring when Hearns steps in the ring, that's for sure.
But one thing Tommy doesn't like is heart and competitive spirit. There's no question about that.
Hearns looking stronger here in the 6th. Punching with more snap again.
He may have stunned Kinchen fighting off those ropes. Kinchen made a wise move going back down to the body, and I think that would stand him in good stead here again.
Hearns is ripping some pretty good left hooks underneath.
That's a warning from Mills Lane for the last one low.
Tommy's mouth is wide open.
We're watching him grab on there after he was knocked down in round number 4. Really quite a turnaround, that experience showing through. You remember back many years ago to the Leonard fight when he simply didn't know how to do that because he never had to, knocking everybody out. Got himself in all kinds of trouble with that.
There's the right hand again. That looping right hand.
This feels like a race against time for Tommy Hearns. Could he knock Kinchen out before he wears out?
And you just keep waiting for Kinchen to land that good clean punch again to see how Tommy reacts.
As he keeps backing into the corner, Tommy will find out, and we'll all find out.
Kinchen is short right, a whole lot on it.
Hearns has counterpunched well off those ropes, though, in this round.
Under 30 seconds to go in round 6.
position to see that punch, Tim. Otherwise, I think a point would have been deducted from Kinchen. Tommy is getting tired at the end of the round.
And round number 6. And now we've got an opportunity to talk with the champion who was defeated earlier tonight, Matthew Hilton. Let's join him with Jim Hill.
All right, Tim, thank you very much. Matthew, you mentioned you came into the bout tonight with an injury.
Yeah, I had on the left-hand side, I had a floated cartilage or whatever they were calling it. And I wasn't in good enough condition to train. I never sparred in 3 weeks. And but I'm not making any excuses. Robert Hearns was a champion tonight. And I'm 22 years old, and I'll be back.
It appeared that you started to run out of gas about the 5th or 6th round.
I started running gas around the 3rd, 4th, and then I felt great after, but I really couldn't do anything. I'm not a right-hand fighter, and I was trying to fight with my right hand because every time I threw my left hand, it hurt me worse than it hurt him. And I don't know how to box. I'm not a boxer, and I had to box, and that's the way it went. But Robert Hearns was a champion. He's a very good boxer. He get up off the canvas and get up and won, and that was great.
Thank you very much. Tim, back to you now.
All right, Matthew Hilton, and an exciting young man. We hope to see him back soon. There had been rumors about him having injured ribs, and I guess that's what he was describing there, some kind of an injury to his body that he felt had some effect, but it was classy of him to credit Robert Hearns with a terrific come-from-behind, off-the-canvas victory. We're in round number 7 here. Hearns in gold, Kinchen in red. Knockdown scored in the 4th round by James Kinchen, but Hearns has rallied well in rounds 5 and 6.
Kinchen using the jab to work his way in. It's not a strong jab, but gets him there so he can then try those shots to the body and the head like that.
Look at that beautiful move by Tommy Hearns there. If I was Kinchen, I'd grit my teeth and let it all hang out right about now. He's slowed down quite a bit, and I think it's more mental than anything else, Al.
I think you're right. I think at this point, he's shocked that Hearns is still there. I think in his mind, he was programmed to think, if I hurt Tommy Hearns anytime in the 3rd to 6th round, he's going, and he didn't go.
Good right hand by Hearns. Round 7 scheduled for 12. Tim Ryan, Go Clancy, Al Bernstein, along with Jim Hill, bringing you this action live from Las Vegas. The Las Vegas Hilton Super Fights, a triple header. This is the finale. Hearns and Kinchen.
Kinchen is just pushing one jab out there, one at a time. He has to feint the jab, sometimes double the jab, and Tommy's going to start timing that. Just throws one jab.
And there he tried to throw the right over the jab of Kinchen. Hearns did.
It's always one jab with Kinchen.
There he did, and then he feinted to the body, but never threw anything.
Missed, and he was chagrined himself at that right-hand lead missing.
He's letting Tommy get his rhythm back now.
Hearns has not been landing many punches here, though. He's had a hard time. There's a good jab, but he hasn't been that accurate.
And with 30 seconds to go in this round, neither fighter able to really assert himself.
Again, here's a case where Kinchen has the opportunity that he's wanted so long. He should let it all hang out.
This is his career right here at the age of 30 in a weight division where he's been fighting better against the guy who, let's face it, isn't what he once was. So it is an opportunity for him. Tommy, to his credit, hanging in there.
That's the end of round 7. Not really much of a round for either guy. Neither of them able to assert a pace or a dominance to it. But I think your point about Kinchen's role here is correct. That he simply has to be the guy that's going to go chase him, pick it up, pick up the pace. Let's listen to Wes Womble.
He's backing up, so you got an advantage. Okay, you got an advantage in it. You're the aggressor, but you got to throw some punches behind it. Okay, you got to relax. Let your punches flow. I want a left hand. I want a right hand. While the left hand's in the man's face, I want to see a right hand. I want to see a left hook behind the right hand. I want you to hit the body. I want you to relax. Confidence, combinations, and concentration. That's enough. Give me 4 defense.
The three
Got the damn
C's.
hole in his head. Grab the arm.
You're too young to remember the